Road Glide CVO ST. I like the bike, but can't say I'm fond of that color. Alright family, this is Peabo the Fairweather Rider, and for this ride I am on a CVO Road Glide ST. The color, Rally Red. Let's ride this bike and talk about some of the things that I believe distinguish this bike from all other bikes Harley Davidson makes, so you know this is a special bike. The setup on this bike is the same that you will see on all Road Glides regardless of the trim, but there are some things that set this bike apart from all the other Road Glides. First, this bike is set up strictly for a solo rider. So the part where there would be a seat for a passenger, that has been replaced by carbon fiber. There's carbon fiber on the front fender, and as you can see, there's also carbon fiber on the tank. The next thing I want to talk about is the handlebar setup. On the Road Glide and CVO Road Glide, the handlebars are a little higher than the bars on this bike, but this bike comes with risers that elevate the bars almost to the same point where the bars are on the Road Glide and CVO Road Glide. I am not sure if the windscreen is the same that comes on the Road Glide CVO and the Road Glide, but I can tell you that I really like this windscreen. It's the perfect height for me at 5'9". I don't feel any wind on the top of my helmet, and because of the side vents, the only time I feel wind on my chest is when I open those things. So the bars combined with the windscreen, I think those are ideal for me, and I wouldn't change them at all. Let me speak real briefly about the wheels. For those of you who may have a Harley Davidson CVO Road Glide or CVO Road Glide ST, put it in the comments if what I'm going to say is correct. But I believe that the wheels on the CVO Road Glide ST are different from the wheels on the CVO Road Glide and the Road Glide, and they look really good. I will give you another look at the motorcycle once I'm done riding so that you can see just how impressive these wheels are. They look really good, family. The information I'm going to provide next is based on information that I received from the technician before riding the motorcycle, and that is about the front and the rear suspension. I was told that the front suspension has over 4 inches of travel, and the rear suspension has over 3 inches of travel. I was told that the front and the rear suspension can be adjusted before riding to better suit whoever's riding the bike and whatever you're carrying on the bike as luggage. That's impressive, family, that you can adjust the front and the rear suspension based on whatever your preload is. For me, family, the only thing that can make that system better is if you could electronically adjust the front and rear suspension versus having to do it manually. It's inconvenient, but well worth it if you can adjust the front and the rear suspension according to who you are and how you ride and the things that you're going to bring on the bike with you. I'll take it, fam. It's good with me, that's for sure. Before we get into a discussion about the unique engine that's on this motorcycle, let me just say that Harley Davidson has also managed to shed about 30 pounds off this bike as compared to the CVO Road Glide. So ultimately, this motorcycle is built for the solo rider who wants maximum performance and also enjoys doing some touring on the motorcycle. Let me talk real briefly about the sound of this motorcycle. That would be the Screaming Eagle exhaust that comes stock on this motorcycle. This motorcycle sounds really, really good just as it is. I understand and appreciate that a whole lot of people have their favorites when it comes to aftermarket exhaust. I have heard several different exhausts on Harley Davidson that range all the way from Screaming Eagle, Chrome Works, Vance and Hines to Tab Performance. If you want to wake the motorcycle up a little more, aftermarket exhaust would do it. For me, if I were to get this motorcycle, the aftermarket exhaust that I would go for are the Tab Performance. And I would not just get the Tab Performance slip-ons. I would actually go for the full exhaust system, because I think that full exhaust system not only helps with performance, but it also adds a sound to the Harley Davidson that distinguishes it from any other exhaust out there on the market. Of course, that's just my opinion, and you're probably going to get different opinions based on what other people have decided to put on their Harley Davidsons. For me, Tab Performance, full exhaust system all the way on this CVO Road Glide ST. Before I get into a discussion about the different type of engine that makes this CVO Road Glide ST unique from all others, there's a question that I want to ask. And that is, between Indian and Harley Davidson, who will be the first one to take the mirrors off the handlebars and put them where they belong, which is on the fairing? Especially for a fixed fairing motorcycle. You can see how far those mirrors stick out on the side. I do not see the big challenge with taking those mirrors off of the handlebars and putting them exactly where they are now, but moving them forward onto the fairing. I understand that this specific fairing on this Road Glide CVO ST has gone through some wind testing, and the way that the fairing is designed is ideal for highway travel. But the thing is, Honda has been doing it on their Gold Wings for years. Polaris did it with the Victory Vision, and you have other motorcycle manufacturers where the mirrors have been taken off the handlebars and put on the fairing. So what's the deal, Harley Davidson? What's the deal, Indian? The Road Glide, the mirror should be on the fairing. The Challenger, Pursuit, the mirror should be on the fairing. Who will be the first one to make that happen? I'm going to sit back and wait and see, because who knows? That could be what determines the next bike I get. Well, let me expound upon that a little bit. As we all know, Indian just came out with the 112 Power Plus platform that it now puts on the Chieftain, Roadmaster, Challenger, Pursuit. And with those models, they have added this rider assisted technology that includes blind spot detection, forward and rear collision warnings. And on the mirrors for the 112 Power Plus platform, you see wires, a whole lot of wires that are connected to the mirror. If you were to move those mirrors from the handlebars to the fairing, you can wrap them in a case, kind of like Honda does with their Gold Wing, and now you won't be able to see all those wires that you need in order to make that technology work. I'm going to wait and see who's going to be the first one to do it. Is it going to be Harley Davidson, or is it going to be Polaris, Indian? I think that it really needs to be done. The only question is who's going to do it first. All right, family, let's move into a discussion of the engines that come on the CVOs. The CVO Road Glide comes with a 121 cubic inch Indian, as well as the CVO Road Glide ST. The difference is the CVO Road Glide comes with a variable valve timing engine, and the CVO Road Glide ST comes with a high output engine. The explanation that I'm going to give you of the differences between these two engines comes strictly from a lay perspective. I have no mechanical training. It is my understanding that the variable valve timing engine is designed to adjust the valves so that you can have access to the torque at all ranges, from low, mid to high. To me, that means that whatever gear you're in, if you roll on that throttle, you're going to have access to torque and the bike will respond. If you were to get the CVO ST Road Glide with the high output engine, it is my understanding that that bike is designed to maximize power and torque. In fact, it is also my understanding that the CVO Road Glide ST comes from the factory with a Stage 2 performance kit already installed. I am only going to get to ride this bike for about 20 minutes. And I can tell you that the 20 minutes that I spent in the saddle of this motorcycle definitely has me wanting more. We will see. Stay tuned. At some point, these people are going to tell me that I'm going to have to get off of this motorcycle. As much as I enjoy riding it, I know that the end is coming and it's approaching really quickly. So let me just say, if I were to get this motorcycle, there is very little that I would have to do to it in order to make it just right for me. The first thing that I would do with any motorcycle that I get is add some lights to make it more visible at night. So I would definitely go look at whatever's being offered by Custom Dynamics. I would want to add some saddlebag guards because CVOs for some reason do not come with saddlebag guards. As I said earlier, I will want to add that full exhaust system from Tab Performance. I am just going to assume that if I can adjust the front and the rear suspension, that the front and the rear suspension can be adjusted so that this bike is comfortable for me. I don't know what's up with the suspension right now, but I know that however it's adjusted, it's not adjusted in a way that's comfortable for me. The only other thing that I can see maybe changing out is the seat. This seat is really hard, family. I understand that this bike is designed for performance, but it's also a performance touring motorcycle, which means that the seat should be at least comfortable to do some touring. I don't know if I would change out the seat, but it's a definite consideration. I may just stay with it for a while to see if there's a break-in period, especially since that seat is designed to go with this bike. So that's something that I would have to consider. Anything other than that, I'm just going to have to wait to see if they come out with a better color combination next year. And then if I get this bike, you know what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to put some miles on it. What I can tell you is that this bike, along with the CVO Road Glide, are definitely going in my top 5. Keep watching my videos. At some point I will publish my top 5 list. This is it, family. The CVO Road Glide ST. You can see it's a beautiful bike. I'm not a big fan of that color, but the last 2 bikes that I've owned have both been some variation of red. I would just prefer to have a different color bike for the next bike that I purchase. These are the guards that I was talking about when I was riding that CVO, that I prefer those guards over the guards that come standard on the CVO. You can see that carbon fiber where the rear seat should be. That big, I don't know the specific name for it, but that air filter to maximize the airflow coming into the engine. The carbon fiber front fender. I don't know if those things coming out the fairing are called spoilers or whatever they're called. I like those too. I think that also helps with the wind buffeting to make sure you are not feeling as much wind on your chest when you ride. Take a look at this CVO. You got the CVO and the CVO ST right next to each other, both Road Glide. There are some things that I like about the CVO, such as the speakers that come in the saddlebag, but there are also some things that I like about that CVO ST. If you were deciding between a CVO and a CVO ST, put it in the comments to let me know which one you purchased and why. Alright family, the CVO Road Glide ST was the final bike that I rode during Harley Davidson demo day at Cowboy Harley Davidson in Beaumont, Texas. Now I'm about to get back on this Indian Pursuit and put some miles on it as I head back to Central Louisiana. But go look at that bike that you have in your garage. You've already purchased the bike. If you like it the way you say you like it, put some miles on it. I might see you on the road. I'll be back.